welcome to Daily Dispatch powered by HSBC. I'm Priya Sheth, and joining me on this conversation is Aakash Anand from IDAM. Thank you very much, Aakash, for joining us today. IDAM has been on fire, lots of acquisitions out there, house of brands, and literally growing that by very significantly. Tell us a little bit about how the last couple of months have panned out for you.
Priya, thanks for having me here again. The last couple of months have panned out really, really well. We are in a position where we are growing our existing brands while acquiring new ones. So a lot of things to do. Me and my partner Sahil, we're currently undergoing something which we called organized chaos. And that's where we are in. So, it's too chaotic for us, but at the same time, things are moving, revenues are growing, brands are getting built even further, entrepreneurs are being empowered by us, and new brands like Bevzilla, which we just acquired a few days back, are on the right trajectory. We're seeing the right growth.
Right. Tell us a little bit about, what the vision for the company is, because I believe you're looking at growing a larger conglomerate with companies across the board. So what kind of vision do you have for the company?
So Priya, for IDAM House of Brands, our vision is to grow across two categories. One is obviously BPC and personal care, so beauty and personal care, which includes perfumes, cosmetics, makeup, skincare, nutraceuticals. And the second category, which we're very bullish on, is the FMCG in terms of consumables, tea, coffee, beverages, foods. So, we're building a portfolio across these two categories. The reason being that our consumers are in sync with every category. So there's a great scope of cross-selling. So a consumer who's buying a Bella Vita organic would be happy to also buy our cosmetic range for themselves or for their friends and family or for people in the home. Similarly, the same consumer would also have a kid in the house to buy chocolates for, and would also have middle teens or gym goers in the house to buy healthy supplements or teas and coffees for. So the idea is to enter a household with a plethora of brands which are value making, sense making, and obviously high quality.
Right. For as we enter 2022 and the fiscal year going forward, what kind of ambitions do you have for the company? Strategies in terms of overall growth blueprint?
So, for the coming financial year, our entire intent is to be a house of 10 brands. That's where we put a cap at. We are 7 now, so 3 more to go. And the idea is to grow all these brands to about $1 million of revenue every month. That's the 7 brands we're talking about. Whereas the 3 big brands that are already building, which is Bella Vita Organic, Brave Essentials, and Bella Vita Luxury, and Bevzilla. The idea is for them to be at least 10 odd, which Bella Vita Organic already is, but the other ones are to be a 10 odd crore a month revenue brand individually. As a group, we want to be reaching a figure of about 35 to 40 odd crores a month by the end of this year, end of this financial year. And that is while remaining profitable. So, I think we are happy to say that IDAM House of Brands is one company which, since its inception, has been profitable. So we are a company who are proud to say we are a zero burn organization. Every single business we have is profitable from day one. We do love our investors, but they love parking their money with us anyway because it keeps growing in terms of profitability. So sustainable growth while keeping things logical is the way we want to take it forward.
Right. Tell us about the 3 brands that you're looking at acquiring in this financial year. What categories are you exploring? Give us some flavor out there.
So we are exploring, currently we're in talks with a luxury Ayurveda brand. So Bella Vita Organic, which is our Ayurveda brand in skincare, is more on the masstige side. We are now looking at entering the luxury segment. That's one. We are talking to one brand in the healthy foods segment currently. And we are looking at one brand into nutraceuticals. So I think once these 3 are done, it completes our portfolio. And that's where we, for the next 9 to 12 odd months, take our rocket ship to where we want it to be. And I think we'll be able to do these acquisitions in the next 3 to 4 months or so.
Right. You spoke about investors and the kind of funds that have been flowing in. Plans to raise more money to make these acquisitions, expand the business and the existing businesses?
Correct, Priya. So we'll be looking at a fundraise in about 2 to 3 months from now. We're looking at a certain target to be achieved. We'll be out in the market in a couple of months. And we already have commitments from a few investors that have come in, a ballpark figure, and the interests are very, very high. So we are currently choosing the right investors for us to take this forward. But yes, the fundraise is definitely on the charts, a double-digit million number, and that should happen in the next 3 to 4 months.
Right. I want to discuss one very interesting aspect, which is this house of brands concept. A lot of companies out there are building these kind of mini conglomerates with a lot of brands, housing these brands within their portfolio. Do you think that's the way forward? That's the kind of trend that you're going to see shaping up in the space?
Priya, a trend can convert into a fad and can die out if not managed properly, right? So, where a lot of people are now talking about house of brands, there are only a very few of them who are doing it in the right manner. That's my opinion. Just throwing money, acquiring expensive brands, and not being able to grow them is not the right strategy to have. For us, a house of brands has a very different meaning. When we say house, okay, today when people ask me, and I always say this, that what are you building at IDAM? My answer to them is I'm building a digital first Unilever, right? So I want to be Unilever 10 years down the line. And that's what we're trying to build over here. The way we are doing that, or the way it should be done, in my opinion, is to focus on high quality value products, which are easily scalable, which do not require a huge marketing push for those products to be sold. And a house of brands model should have products which are complementary to each other. I mean, there's a reason why we get so many opportunities. We recently got an opportunity to acquire a men's underwear brand. We got an opportunity to acquire a shoes brand, a fashion brand. But that's not our key, right? That's not our expertise. Plus, it does not complement our brand structure. So a house of brands model is very important. It's very important to make sure your brands are complementary to each other. It's like owning a store, right? If you walk into a certain store, the products there have to be complementary to each other. Only then you get the true value out of them.
Right, interesting perspective out there. We're going to see how the shape pans out going forward. But thanks for that, Aakash. It's always a pleasure speaking with you, and thanks for sharing your insights and perspectives on the overall growth story. Thanks.